Every day, we're surrounded by health advice. Some of it comes from social media, some from friends and family, and some has been repeated for so long that it simply sounds true. But not everything we've heard about nutrition and health is supported by science. Today, we're separating fact from fiction by looking at 7 common health myths that millions of people still believe. And some of the answers may surprise you. Let's begin. Number 1. Brown sugar is healthier than white sugar. At first glance, brown sugar certainly looks healthier. Its darker color and less processed appearance make many people assume it's a better choice. But nutritionally, the difference is surprisingly small. Both brown sugar and white sugar are made primarily of sucrose. Brown sugar simply contains a small amount of molasses, which gives it its color, moisture, and distinctive flavor. While molasses does contribute tiny amounts of minerals like calcium, potassium, and iron, the amounts are so small that they don't make a meaningful nutritional difference in a typical serving. Your body also digests both sugars in much the same way. So if you're choosing brown sugar because you enjoy the flavor, that's perfectly reasonable, but it's not significantly healthier than white sugar. Now let's move on to one of the most common health rules ever created. Number 2, you need to drink 8 glasses of water every day. You've probably heard this advice countless times. Drink 8 glasses of water every day. The truth is, there isn't one magic number that works for everyone. Your hydration needs to depend on many factors, including your age, activity level, climate, diet, and overall health. And here's something many people don't realize. Water isn't the only thing that keeps you hydrated. Milk, tea, coffee, and even many fruits and vegetables contribute to your daily fluid intake. Foods like cucumbers, watermelon, oranges, and strawberries are made up mostly of water. The best indicator for most healthy people isn't counting glasses, it's paying attention to your body's natural thirst and staying hydrated throughout the day. Next is a myth that's responsible for countless guilty late-night snacks. Number 3. Eating late at night causes weight gain. Many people believe that eating after a certain time, often 7 or 8 p.m., automatically causes weight gain. But your body doesn't suddenly start storing every calorie as fat when the clock strikes 8. What matters most is your overall energy balance over time. That said, there is a reason this myth became so popular. Late night eating is often associated with mindless snacking. Instead of balanced meals, people tend to reach for chips, cookies, ice cream, or other calorie-dense foods while watching television or relaxing. Those extra calories, not the time on the clock, are usually what contribute to weight gain. Your meal quality, portion sizes, and total daily calorie intake matter far more than the specific hour you eat. Number 4. Eggs are bad for your heart. For decades, eggs were criticized because they're naturally high in cholesterol. Many people assumed that eating cholesterol automatically raised the cholesterol in their blood. Today, we know the story is much more complicated. For most healthy people, dietary cholesterol has a much smaller effect on blood cholesterol than was once believed. Instead, saturated fats, genetics, physical activity, and overall dietary patterns often play a much larger role. Meanwhile, eggs remain one of the most nutrient-dense foods available. They're packed with high-quality protein, vitamin B12, selenium, and choline, a nutrient that's especially important for normal brain function. Eggs also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 antioxidants that help support eye health. It's a perfect example of how nutrition science continues to evolve as we learn more about how different foods interact with the body. But the next myth might be the biggest misunderstanding in the entire health industry. Number 5. Detox drinks remove toxins. Juices, teas, and detox cleanses often promise to flush toxins from your body. It sounds convincing, but your body already has a highly effective detoxification system. Your liver acts like a sophisticated chemical processing plant, breaking down substances so they can be safely removed. Your kidneys continuously filter your blood, removing waste products through urine. Your lungs remove carbon dioxide every time you exhale, while your digestive system and skin also play important roles in eliminating waste. The best way to support these natural processes isn't through expensive detox products. It's by eating a balanced diet, staying hydrated, exercising regularly, getting enough sleep, and limiting excessive alcohol. Your body has been detoxifying itself every day since the day you were born. Number 6. Fresh vegetables are always more nutritious than frozen. Fresh vegetables look healthier, so it seems logical that they must contain more nutrients. But that's not always true. Many frozen vegetables are harvested at peak ripeness, when their nutrient levels are highest. Within just a few hours, they're blanched and frozen, helping preserve many vitamins and minerals. Fresh vegetables, on the other hand, may spend several days or even weeks being transported, stored, and displayed before they reach your plate. During that time, some nutrients, particularly vitamin C, can gradually decline. That doesn't mean frozen vegetables are healthier than fresh. It means both are excellent choices. The biggest mistake isn't buying frozen vegetables. It's avoiding vegetables altogether because you think frozen isn't good enough. And finally, let's talk about one of the biggest nutrition myths of the last few decades. Number 7. Carbs make you gain weight. Few foods have been blamed more than carbohydrates. Bread, rice, potatoes, pasta, fruit, even beans have all been labeled bad carbs at one time or another. But carbohydrates are your body's preferred source of energy. Your brain alone relies heavily on glucose to function efficiently, and many healthy foods naturally contain carbohydrates, along with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and beneficial plant compounds. The real difference isn't simply carbs versus no carbs. It's the type of carbohydrates you're eating. Whole food sources like oats, beans, lentils, fruit, potatoes, and whole grains provide nutrients that highly processed snack foods often don't. Weight gain isn't caused by carbohydrates alone. It's influenced by your overall eating pattern, activity level, and long-term calorie balance. In other words, carbohydrates aren't the enemy. Choosing mostly whole, minimally processed carbohydrate sources is what makes the biggest difference. If today's video proves anything, it's that health advice is rarely as simple as a headline or a social media post. Nutrition is full of myths that sound convincing because they've been repeated for years. But science doesn't stand still. As researchers continue learning more about food and the human body, our understanding evolves too. The best approach isn't chasing trends or believing every claim you hear online. It's staying curious, asking questions, and building your habits around evidence rather than myths. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Daily Health Edit for more nutrition and wellness videos, and we'll see you in the next video.